There are thousands of amazing places around the world worth seeing, but only a few truly leave you in awe. These places aren't just remarkable for their striking beauty, they provide some of the best travel experiences on Earth, from the dazzling spring blooms of Keukenhof Gardens to the vast tropical wetlands of the Pantanal. Here are the 10 most amazing places to visit in the world. Make sure to subscribe to Discovery Destination for more travel videos like this. 10. Edinburgh, Scotland. Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, is shaped by its unusual geography. This city is divided into two distinct parts: the medieval Old Town with its tall stone tenements and narrow alleys, and the Georgian New Town with its wide, carefully planned streets. Walking along the Royal Mile is one of the best ways to take in the character of the city. The cobbled street runs downhill from the castle gates and is lined with shops and small museums. Along the route, St. Giles Cathedral stands with its crown-shaped spire, and inside you can see the Thistle Chapel with its fine carvings. At the very top, Edinburgh Castle dominates the view. Entering the fortress, you can walk through the halls that once housed royalty and soldiers. Inside, the honors of Scotland, the country's crown jewels, are displayed along the Stone of Destiny. From the castle, your attention naturally shifts toward Arthur's Seat, a peak that rises above Holyrood Park. The climb to its summit takes effort, but it rewards you with wide views over Edinburgh and the sea beyond. Returning to the center, the National Museum of Scotland draws you inside with its wide-ranging exhibits. Here, you can explore Scottish history, science, and culture. Highlights include the Lewis chessman and Dolly the sheep, the first cloned mammal. At the lower end of the Royal Mile, the Palace of Holyrood House opens its doors. Walking through the state apartments lets you see rooms tied to Scotland's royal past. Beyond the palace, the remains of Holyrood Abbey still stand, their stone arches framing the sky above. Stepping away from the main sites, you find quiet corners that carry their own appeal, like Dean Village, that lies along the Water Leith. Old mill buildings line the river, and the walkway lets you follow the water past stone bridges and plaques that recall the area's past. Not far from the Royal Mile, another hidden place takes you underground. The Real Mary King's Close preserves a street from the 1600s that now rests beneath modern buildings. In the Stockbridge area, Circus Lane offers a simple but charming walk. The cobblestone street is lined with mews houses, many covered in flowers, making it one of the most photogenic corners of the city. If you're seeking art outside the city center, Jupiter Artland, a sculpture park, provides something unique, combining open fields and woodlands with modern art installations. As you move through its grounds, new works appear around corners and across hills, each using the setting in a creative way. Close to the Royal Mile, Dunbar's Close Garden gives you a quiet escape. This walled garden is designed in a 17th century style, with trimmed hedges and paths leading to small benches. A short distance from the city center stands Craigmillar Castle, often called Edinburgh's other castle. Its ruins are well preserved, and you can wander through courtyards, climb stairways, and look out from the battlements. From its walls, Arthur's Seat rises clearly in the distance, while the city stretches beyond. By the way, my Travel on a Dime ebook shows you how to travel more for less. I'll share more about it later. 9. Svalbard, Norway. Svalbard is a Norwegian archipelago halfway between mainland Norway and the North Pole. Spitsbergen is the largest island in the archipelago, and Longyearbyen is the main town, where most activity begins with colorful houses that stand out against the Arctic setting. Walking through the town, you see restaurants, pubs, and shops that give it a lively feel despite its size. Local museums provide insight into the archipelago's past, like the Svalbard Museum that explains the wildlife and geology of Svalbard, while the North Pole Expedition Museum highlights the stories of polar explorers who once started their journeys from here. Not far from the town is the Global Seed Vault, known worldwide as the Doomsday Vault. Built into the side of a mountain, it serves as a storage facility for seeds collected from around the world. Once you move beyond the town, the wild side of Svalbard begins to open up. Taking a boat trip through the fjords gives you close views of glaciers, like Nordenskjoldsbreen. The size of the ice walls makes you feel small, and the surrounding waters are often filled with life. If you're interested in what lies beneath the glaciers, you can join an ice cave tour. Guided walks take you into tunnels formed inside the ice, where walls glow in different shades of blue. The shapes and paths shift from year to year, making each trip unique. Moving beyond the well-known activities, you find places that feel less touched by time. One of the most striking is Pyramiden, a Soviet-era mining town abandoned in the 1990s. Buildings still stand with furniture and equipment left behind. leaving a frozen reminder of the past. Barentsburg offers a different experience as an active mining settlement with Russian and Ukrainian residents. The town has Soviet-style buildings, murals, and a local museum that shares its history. Farther east, Osfona stretches across Nordostlandet. This enormous ice cap becomes even more striking in summer, when meltwater carves rivers and waterfalls across its surface. The sight of ice breaking into flowing streams that pour into the sea is rare and powerful. On longer trips, you can reach the edge of the sea ice north of Svalbard. Here, the ocean gives way to endless sheets of white. The quiet is broken only by the cracking of ice, leaving you with an unforgettable view of the Arctic. Now, I know you're getting excited about all these amazing places to visit, but if you're eager to travel the world to explore new locations, cultures, foods, and much more, while taking a breather from your everyday life, you also know it can cost you quite a lot of money. With the Travel on a Dime ebook, you have the opportunity to make the most out of any place you visit without overspending on your travel budget. From finding the right flights and hotel deals to money-saving tips during your trip, it's the perfect guide to help you travel like a pro, ensuring you have a great experience while saving hundreds of dollars on travel. Get your copy at thediscoverydestination.com. That's thediscoverydestination.com. Use code DISCOVER5 to save $5 off your copy. 8. Namib Desert, Namibia. The Namib Desert stretches along the Atlantic coast of southwestern Africa and is known as one of the oldest deserts in the world. The coastal fog created here makes life possible for animals and plants that would not survive otherwise. The most popular place to begin is Sossusvlei. Here you find massive dunes rising high above the desert floor, glowing with shades of red and orange when the sun moves across the sky. Dune 45 is a favorite climb, while the taller dune called Big Daddy offers an even greater challenge. From the top, the desert stretches endlessly around you. Close by is Deadvlei, a flat clay pan filled with old camel thorn trees that have stood for centuries. Their dark, twisted shapes against the white ground and red dunes create one of the most striking sights in the desert. Moving beyond the dunes, you can reach Sesriem Canyon, carved by the Saushab River over millions of years. Walking through its narrow passages gives you cooler shade and a different view of the desert. Further west, the desert meets the Atlantic Ocean along the Skeleton Coast. Here, the golden sands crash directly into the waves, creating a harsh setting. Shipwrecks lie scattered along the shore, reminders of the dangerous waters. In the south, Kolmanskop offers a different perspective. Once a diamond mining town, it's long been abandoned and is now partly covered by sand. Walking through its empty houses gives you a rare look at how the desert has moved in over time. As you continue inland, Spitzkop rises suddenly from the plains. Known as the Matterhorn of Namibia, these granite peaks stand sharply against the open desert. The area is known for hiking and climbing, with natural arches and rock formations scattered across the ground. On the eastern edge of the desert, the Namib Nature Reserve offers a wide stretch of private land that is carefully protected. The quiet setting makes it one of the best areas to see the desert. 7. Keukenhof Gardens, Netherlands. The Keukenhof Gardens, known as the Garden of Europe, is one of the largest flower gardens in the world. Located in Lees in South Holland, it draws you in with winding paths, colorful displays, and themed sections that change throughout the season. The Willem Alexander Pavilion is the largest indoor space and sets the tone with flower shows that rotate during the spring. Here, lilies take the spotlight in carefully designed exhibits. Moving along, the Orange Nassau Pavilion offers something more creative, with floral artists arranging flowers in ways that feel like living artwork. Each season brings new designs, so the displays always feel fresh. The Beatrix Pavilion shifts the mood with exotic orchids, anthuriums, and tropical flowers filling the space. The colors and textures are striking and different from what you see elsewhere in the park. Nearby, the Juliana Pavilion adds a layer of history. Its Tulip Mania exhibit shares the story of how tulips became highly prized in the Dutch Golden Age, offering both visual displays and background into the craze that once swept the Netherlands. From the pavilions, you can step outdoors to the Keukenhof Windmill, a landmark dating back to 1892. 6. Fairbanks, Alaska. Fairbanks is one of the best places to see the northern lights because it sits directly under the Aurora Oval. The skies here stay clear thanks to the dry interior climate, and the low population means little light pollution. Between late August and late April, The nights are dark enough to give you the best chances of watching the aurora dance overhead. About an hour outside of Fairbanks, Chena Hot Springs Resort is a popular starting point. Here, you can soak in the natural hot springs while looking up at the night sky, or take an Aurora snow coach ride to a ridge where a heated yurt gives you open views of the horizon. The resort also has the Aurora Ice Museum, a year-round attraction made entirely of ice and snow. Another unique place to stay is Borealis Base Camp, where you can sleep in clear-roofed igloos. These igloos let you watch the aurora from the comfort of your bed, while the ridgeline setting keeps the skies free of city lights. If you want a higher viewpoint, Murphy Dome is the tallest spot near Fairbanks. From here, you can see wide panoramas of the sky, making it one of the most popular places for both locals and tour groups. Closer to town, Creamer's Field Migratory Waterfowl Refuge gives you another option. Its open fields provide clear views of the horizon, and in the fall, the lakes reflect the colors of the aurora. For an even more remote adventure, guided trips along the Dalton Highway take you north of the Arctic Circle. You can also find good hiking trails that double as aurora spots, like Angel Rocks Trail in the Chena River State Recreation Area, giving you clear views away from the city. 5. Queenstown, New Zealand. Queenstown sits along the edge of Lake Wakatipu, a long S-shaped lake formed by glaciers thousands of years ago. Surrounding the town are tall peaks like the Remarkables, Ben Lomond, Cecil Peak, and Walter Peak. No matter where you look, the mountains and water set the stage for everything you do here. A good place to start is Bob's Peak, reached by the Skyline Gondola. The ride carries you high above the town, where you can look out over the lake and mountain ranges that stretch into the distance. From here, it's easy to see why Queenstown is known as the adventure capital of the world. Bungee jumping began here, and the Kawarau Bridge is where the first commercial jump took place. If you want something even higher, the Nevis Bungee drops you deep into a canyon at 440 feet. If jumping isn't your choice, you can try jet boating on the Shotover River, where boats skim across the water at high speed. When you want a slower pace, Lake Wakatipu is where you can relax. Cruising on the TSS Earnslaw, a coal-fired steamship, gives you time to take in the lake's calm waters. Many cruises also stop at Walter Peak High Country Farm. Here, you can see what life on a working farm looks like. Hiking and biking gives you another way to see Queenstown. The Queenstown Hill Walkway is a shorter hike that rewards you with wide views of the town and the lake. If you want a bigger challenge, the Ben Lomond Track climbs high into the Alpine Zone, where you can look in every direction across snow-capped ranges. Not far from the center, you'll find places that feel more hidden, like Moke Lake, shaped like a horseshoe. Walking the Moke Lake Loop track gives you an easy way to circle the lake, while a steep, unofficial trail leads to a lookout with an impressive view over the water. Closer to town, Sunshine Bay offers a quiet beach away from the main crowds. It's a peaceful spot where you can sit by the lake, swim, or just rest in the sun. In the middle of Queenstown, the Queenstown Gardens spread out on a peninsula that extends into the lake. The gardens are full of tall trees, flowers, and walking paths, making them a relaxing place for a walk. If you want another hike, the Lake Alta track begins at the Remarkables ski field. The trail is short and leads you to a clear alpine lake surrounded by rocky peaks. The area is quiet, and the reflections on the water make it one of the most striking alpine spots near town. 4. Sumba, Indonesia. When you arrive in Sumba, an island in eastern Indonesia, you notice how different it feels from other places. The tall, thatched houses and megalithic stone tombs make the villages stand out, while the natural beauty of the beaches, hills, and waterfalls gives you plenty to explore. One of the most popular places is Wikuri Lagoon, a clear saltwater pool surrounded by limestone cliffs, perfect for swimming. Some people climb the cliffs to jump in, while others prefer relaxing on the edge and taking in the view. Not far from the coast, the traditional villages show another side of Sumba, like Ratingaro Village, known for its tall roofed houses that rise above the cliffs overlooking the sea. A short drive away, Preijing Village offers rows of traditional homes and well-kept grounds that reflect how strongly the people keep their customs alive. After spending time in the villages, you can head east to Walakiri Beach. The mangrove trees here stand with twisted roots, where you can enjoy the quiet atmosphere as the day fades. Moving inland, the way-winding hills stretch across East Sumba. Walking through them gives you a sense of the island's wide-open spaces. Not far away, Tangedu Waterfall flows between cliffs into bright blue pools, offering a cool place to rest. If you're seeking a deeper connection to Sumba's traditions, the Pasola Festival is one of the most powerful events to witness. Held in February or March, this yearly gathering brings riders together who charge on horseback while throwing spears. Beyond the well-known highlights, Sumba also has quieter places that feel more remote, like Mandarak Beach, with white sand and turquoise water. Similarly, Morosi Beach stretches wide with soft sand and steady waves that draw surfers, recognized as one of the island's larger beaches. For an even more remote experience, Watubela Beach requires extra effort to reach, but the white cliffs and untouched shoreline make the trip worthwhile. Deeper in the island, Waimarang Waterfall offers a hidden pool reached by a short trek. The clear water and quiet setting make it one of the most peaceful places to swim. 3. Pantanal, Brazil. The Pantanal is the largest tropical wetland in the world. The land follows a seasonal rhythm. Heavy rains from November to March flood the plains, and then the water slowly recedes during the dry months from April to October. This natural cycle creates one of the richest habitats on Earth, where an incredible number of animals thrive. In the northern Pantanal, jaguars are the highlight. The area near Porto Jofre, along the Cuiaba River, has become the most reliable place in the world to see these cats in the wild. During the dry season, jaguars often rest or hunt along the riverbanks, and boat safaris bring you close to these remarkable sightings. As you move deeper into the wetlands, the variety of wildlife becomes clear. Herds of capybaras gather near the water's edge, while giant river otters play noisily in the streams. Caimans line the muddy banks, sometimes so still that they look like logs, and tapirs wander between the trees. Giant anteaters roam the grasslands, and marsh deer graze in the shallows. Above it all, the skies fill with birds. With more than 600 species recorded, you might see the bright blue hyacinth macaw, the towering jabiru stork, or colorful flocks moving together across the wetlands. On the water, boats and canoes carry you into the rivers and lagoons, where aquatic life thrives. From this view, you see herons and kingfishers along the banks, and may spot an anaconda slipping into the water. Many lodges also offer piranha fishing, giving you the chance to try catching these sharp-toothed fish. Heading into the southern Pantanal, you'll find a different way of life. Here, cattle ranches define the culture, and staying at a working fazenda brings you into the world of the Pantaneiro cowboys. You can join in daily ranch work, learn about herding traditions, and see how people live in harmony with the wetlands. Close to this area, the town of Bonito adds a surprising contrast. Known for its crystal clear rivers filtered naturally through limestone, it's one of the best places in Brazil for snorkeling and diving, where you can float downstream through calm waters, watching schools of colorful fish swim beside you. Driving the Estrada Parque do Pantanal gives you another way to experience the wetlands. This scenic dirt road winds through the southern region. As you travel along, you might see anteaters crossing the road, flocks of water birds rising into the air, or capybaras resting by the water. If you're seeking a closer look at conservation work, the Jaguar Research Center in the northern Pantanal focuses on studying and protecting the region's jaguar population. 2. Dolomites, Italy. The Dolomites, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is part of the southern limestone Alps. Their pale limestone color makes them stand out, and at sunrise and sunset, the rock glows with shades of red and orange in a natural effect known as enrosadira. One of the most recognized areas in the Dolomites is Trecime di Lavaredo. These three peaks rise sharply from the ground and are surrounded by rugged trails. A classic loop trail starting at Rifugio Aronzo takes you around the peaks with steady views in every direction. From here, it's easy to move toward Lago di Braias, often called the most photographed lake in the Dolomites. The emerald green water and wooden boathouse on the shore make it a favorite stop. The Dolomites also surprise you with open meadows, like Alpe de Siusi, known as the largest high-altitude meadow in Europe. A cable car can take you to the top, where you get wide views without the need for a long hike. When you move on to Seceda, the scene changes again. Here, the sharp ridgeline is one of the most dramatic sights in the Dolomites. You can reach the top by gondola from Ortisei, and once there, hiking along the ridge gives you steady views of peaks stretching across the horizon. A short drive leads you to Val di Funes, which feels calm and inviting. Small wooden houses, green hills, and two famous churches, Santa Marilena and San Giovanni in Ranui, make the valley especially well known. Behind them, the Geysler Mountains rise high, creating one of the most recognized views of the Dolomites. If you want a balance of style and outdoor access, Cortina d'Ampezzo is an important stop. Known as the Queen of the Dolomites, the town is a lively place with a gateway to many trails. One of the most popular is the hike to Lago di Sorapis. The water here is a milky turquoise color because of minerals from the glacier above. Close to Cortina is another highlight, the Cadini di Misurina. A steep but short hike leads you to a viewpoint where sharp spires rise suddenly from the ground. The rugged shapes make the area feel raw, and the hike gives you a view that feels untouched. If you prefer quieter lakes, Lago Federa is an excellent choice, surrounded by forests and the peaks of the Croda da Lago group. The trail to the lake takes effort, but rewards you with stillness and striking views. Another accessible place is Passo delle Erbe, or Vrzioch. You can reach this mountain pass by car, and the views of Sas de Putia are immediate. For something more adventurous, you can try the Ponte Tibetano, a suspension bridge that offers a different way to experience the mountains. When you head back toward Val de Funes, you can continue to Geisler Alm. The hike here leads you into Pues Orle Nature Park, where the alpine pasture and refugio create a perfect stop where you can enjoy views of the surrounding peaks. 1. Palawan, Philippines. Palawan stretches across the southwest of the Philippines. The main island is long and narrow, with mountains running down its spine. While the province itself is made up of more than 1,000 smaller islands, Puerto Princesa, the capital city, is where many journeys begin. At the northern end of the main island, El Nido stands out as one of the most popular places to explore, with limestone cliffs rising dramatically above clear lagoons and beaches spread out with soft sand. Here, you can kayak through Big Lagoon and Small Lagoon, swim in the hidden Secret Lagoon, or relax on stretches of sand like Seven Commandos Beach. From there, you can make your way to Coron on Busuanga Island. The area is known for its rugged beauty and is one of the best spots in the Philippines for diving. Beneath the water, shipwrecks from World War II rest on the seabed, now covered with coral and teeming with fish. If you prefer to stay above water, Cayagan Lake gives you a chance to swim in clear fresh water surrounded by cliffs, while Twin Lagoon offers a striking experience where warm and cool waters meet. Back toward the center of Palawan, Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park gives you a very different experience. Here, a boat takes you along an underground river that flows through a limestone cave. Stalactites and stalagmites line the chambers as the river makes its way toward the sea. Not far from Puerto Princesa, Honda Bay spreads out with small islands dotting the water. Here, you can take an island hopping trip to Cowrie Island, Luli Island, and Starfish Island, with each stop offering something simple. Linapacan Island offers another peaceful stop. The water around the island is some of the clearest you'll ever see, making it one of the best places for snorkeling. Nearby, Nakpan Beach offers a long stretch of cream-colored sand that feels open and wide, perfect for spending the day swimming and sunbathing. Farther south, the Balabac Islands show a different side of Palawan. These islands are remote and harder to reach, but they reward you with beaches that are completely untouched. Onak Island and Punta Sibaring are just two of the spots where the sand feels endless and the water stays shallow and clear. Duli Beach is another place that stays relatively undeveloped. Surfers enjoy the waves here, which are good for both beginners and experienced riders. Even if you don't surf, the beach itself is wide and natural, offering plenty of space to relax. Maquinnit Hot Springs gives you a chance to slow down after a long day. These springs are naturally heated by geothermal activity and flow with salt water, sitting among mangroves, which adds to the calm setting. If you're looking for any tips to enhance your own personal travel and help you manage your travel budget more effectively, click the link in the description. And remember to like and subscribe to help our channel grow.